on Game Night, Lincoln, Nikki, Aaron, Dave are going to play The Hare and the Tortoise, a game designed by Gary Kim, gorgeously illustrated by Mathieu Lezon. It plays 2 to 5 players, and it is published by Purple Brain Games and IELLO. Let's get to it.
Hey Dave.
Yes, Lincoln.
Will you teach us The Hare and the Tortoise?
I will. The Hare and the Tortoise, as you might gather from the title of the game, is a race game that involves the hare, the tortoise, the wolf, the fox, and the lamb. These 5 animals are going to race on this track. Getting to the end, they are going to pay out victory points for first, second, and third. We will be placing bets on 1 or 2 of these animals and then playing cards to move them and scoring based on our bets. You can play 1 race or a series of 3. We are going to play a series of 3 and keep our scores tallied. So let's talk about how the animals move. There is a deck of cards that depicts all 5 of these animals. And you are going to have a hand of 6 cards, and on your turn, you are required to play 1 to 4 of them. You must play at least 1. You can play up to 4. Playing cards is pretty simple. You can play as many cards as you'd like, up to 4, as long as they are of the same animal. So 1 lamb or 2 lambs or 3 lambs or 4 lambs, but not a lamb and a wolf. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So you can play fox or a couple of foxes. You are not required to play all of the cards from your hand. If you had 3 foxes in your hand, you could play just 2 of them, or you could play simply 1 of them. And playing cards, you're going to play cards until, so I'll play cards from my hand, then Nikki, then Lincoln, then Aaron, and we'll just keep going around in a clockwise direction. And we're going to keep playing cards until one of 2 things happens. The first is that the number of cards played to the table equals 8, and you cannot go over 8. So if the number of cards is 7 and it is your turn, you will be playing 1 and only 1 card to the table. So if the number of cards reaches 8, then that triggers movement. Or if any single animal has 4 of their cards on the table, that also triggers movement. So if I play 2 lambs and Nikki plays 2 lambs, that's the end of card playing for that round. Everything moves. So movement works as follows. It's based on the number of cards that have been played to the table. If 1 to 4 hare cards have been played to the table, the hare moves 2 spaces. Note that the hare is speedy, so it doesn't matter how many hare cards come down, the hare will always move 2. There is an exception to that rule, however. If the hare is in first place, and in first place for purposes of this game is also defined as tied for first place, with the exception of the starting gate does not count as tied for first place for the hare. But if the hare is in first place, then the hare and 4 hare cards have been played, the full 4. The hare, being the hare, decides to take a nap because he's cocky and he knows that he's going to win because he's fast. All right? The turtle moves 1 space if 0 to 3 cards have been played to the table. Note, that means 0 turtle cards can come out and the turtle will still move 1 space. If the full 4 turtle cards come out, the turtle moves 2. So the turtle, the slow and steady wins the race turtle, will move every time, regardless. All right?
Almost every time.
Correct. The wolf, if 1 to 2 cards are played, moves 1 space. And if 3 or 4 cards are played, moves, it says here x minus 1, so the number of cards minus 1. So 3 cards will move him 2, and 4 cards will move him 3. All right? There is a wolf exception that I'll come back to. The fox just moves the number of cards played. So if there are 3 fox cards on the table, the fox will move 3. And the lamb moves even better than the fox. The lamb moves the number of cards played to the table plus 1. So if, say, 2 lamb cards are out, the lamb will move 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. However, the lamb will stop on the spaces where there is water to get water. So if the lamb is here and 4 lamb cards have been played, then that means the lamb gets 5 spaces of movement. And in this particular case, it would be 1, and then the rest of the movement will be wasted because the lamb stops to drink some water. So that's, if you have not bet on the lamb, that is a good chance to get rid of lamb cards from your hand. Okay? I said earlier that there was a wolf exception, and that is, this is sort of a normal wolf card. This is a wolf card that has a howl symbol on it. There are 3 of those in the deck, and the number of cards of each of the animals is also on your little cheat sheet card. So there are 16 wolves in the deck, but 3 of them have a howl symbol on it. If a howl symbol is played during the card playing round, the wolf howls and scares all the other animals. And so when movement is triggered that round, either because we've reached 8 cards or 4 of a kind of one of the animals, only the wolf will move that round. None of the other animals will move regardless of the cards played. You have a hand of 6, as I said, and on your turn you play 1 to 4 cards, and when you're done playing, you draw back up to 6, and we will just keep doing this until 3 animals come in. When an animal comes in and is first, let's say the hare comes in first, you are still allowed on your turn to play hare cards as sort of a stall tactic if you don't want to play other cards from your hand. And they still count toward the total, and they still count toward triggering the race. And we will just, as I said, keep doing this until 3 animals come in. Now, I mentioned before that we will have bets in this game. We will all get one of these as a bet. Go ahead and shuffle those and give us all 1. So we will all have a unique bet at the beginning of the game.
Face up or face down?
Face down. So only we, this is out, and only we know what this bet is. And then I'm going to deal 7 cards to everyone, and from those 7 cards you will place a second bet. It can be the same animal as you have been dealt already, so you can double up on an animal if you want to do that, or it can be a different bet, but obviously whatever the bet is, it takes that card out of your hand and takes you down to the 6-card hand limit.
Hey Dave, did you mention, do the animals move in a certain order, or how would you know otherwise who wins and who's second?
Hey Aaron, thanks for the assist. The animals actually move in the order that they are printed on this card.
Oh, that makes sense.
So the hare moves first, then the tortoise, then the wolf, then the fox, then the lamb, unless the wolf has howled, in which case only the wolf moves. That is a good catch, Aaron.
Ding.
Yeah, put in a sound effect right there.
Take him away.
Bake them away, toys.
Yeah.
So we make our secret bet from here?
Correct. Let's try that.
Oh, I always do that.
Lincoln is the randomly decided to start player.
And he plays a lamb.
There is an actual rule in the game for determining start player. It's the first player to correctly shout the current time, which is sort of interesting.
Okay.
But we had already randomly determined that it was Lincoln. And you don't need to play cards in front of yourself, technically. You can just put them in a pool, because essentially that's where
They're
you're
all
going.
right, that's true. Let's do that. Let's make a little array.
So Lincoln plays a lamb.
I'll play a wolf.
And I will play a fox.
No, I know. Irresistible. Fox.
That's
Or
a wolf.
no, it's a wolf.
It's a wolf.
Don't
What does the wolf
remember.
say? Hey.
Okay,
Three
is that 8?
notes. No,
1, 2,
it's-
3,
no.
4, 5, 6, 7.
One more card.
I'll play a tortoise for the 8th card.
Okay, so that's 8 cards. So going from the top, there
Wait,
are...
Can I? I'll do
Yes.
because I'll forget.
So there are 3 hare cards, so the hare moves 2. 1, 2. There is 1 tortoise card, so the tortoise moves 1. It would move 1 anyway, but I understand. The wolf, there are 2 wolf cards, so the wolf moves 2.
Nope.
1, that's what I meant. There is 1 fox card, so the fox moves 1. and 1 lamb card, so the lamb moves 1 plus 1 is 2. Boom.
Boom.
So that is that round. And now we're on to the next round.
And you start because I was the. We just continue around.
You. No, actually, start player rotates clockwise. So Lincoln was a start player, so now you are the next start player for
Okay.
this round.
So I get 2 turns in a row.
Correct.
Okay.
You did that actually strategically in a way correctly.
I did.
You were kind of boxed into doing it.
I
I should have told you that up front.
But it works out perfectly. I'm going to play 4 lamb cards.
Oh.
Done.
All right, so the lamb moves a 1 and stops at the water. And these go out of the game.
All right.
And the tortoise should move 1,
And the
right?
tortoise, in fact, moves 1 as well.
Because
Correct.
he got
So 0 tortoise cards were played. And you draw 4 lamb cards.
And you pass
4
the-
lamb cards?
I hope not.
4 cards.
Oh, right, and I passed this because that was another race round.
Correct.
That was a quick one.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what they always
Hey.
say about me.
Play 3 of those.
Whoa.
Oh. I can't do. All right. Fox. Rabbit.
Rabbit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards.
Lamb.
No.
All right. It manages to ditch another card. So the hare moves 2. 1, 2. The tortoise moves 1, because the tortoise always moves. The fox moves 1. And the lamb moves 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, but must stop for the water. And Nikki,
He's
you
going
start the next
fast.
round. It's a fast game.
I know, but I'm
lamb
just
is
saying the
gonna
lamb's really booking. That was a tortoise.
Tortoise.
He's running in flip flops.
Who is?
The tortoise.
Nope.
Ooh.
Tortoise.
Tortoise moves 2. 1, 2. And Lincoln is the new start player.
Pass it.
Sorry.
And then I'm going to play 3 wolves.
Ooh,
And the
there's
wolf
a
howls.
owl in there.
So only the wolf is moving this round.
So get rid of stuff.
I'm going to play 2 hares.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
I guess 6, 7.
All right.
And draw 2.
Here's an 8. A hare.
All right, so there are 3 wolf cards, so the wolf moves 2. 1, 2. And Aaron is the new start player.
I'll play 2 wolf cards.
Let's make it 4 wolf.
4
All
wolf.
right, so the tortoise moves 1.
Bloop.
The wolf moves 3.
1, 2, 3.
And the lamb moves 2. And I am the new
Who
starter.
finished that? Okay, doesn't matter who finished, right?
Correct.
It just matters who's next.
He's the slow and steady one.
Apparently.
Yeah, really. Tortoise.
3 foxes.
No.
Four foxes.
All right.
Wow.
So the tortoise moves 1. The fox moves 4. And the lamb moves 2. I can't reach.
Stupid lamb.
And you are the new
Nikki
start
starts
player.
next.
All right. How about a howl and a fox?
Wolf.
Wolf. Gosh.
All wolves.
I know, I was
They
doing
All,
that too.
they all look the same to you, don't they, Nikki?
They just do.
They just all look the same to you.
3 tortoise.
One lamb.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that correct?
That is correct as far as I see.
6. Would that I had a pair to get rid of. 7. Oh, that triggers. it
That
anyway.
triggers.
Ah.
So hare doesn't
better.
move. Tortoise goes 2 full speed.
Incorrect.
Oh no, only wolf moves.
Only the wolf.
That's what I meant
Wolf
to say.
moves 1.
Wolf moves 1.
And Lincoln is the new start player.
Come on, Lincoln. Make the right play.
Is that the right one?
That's totally it. 4 hare.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
The hare moves 2. 1, 2.
2.
2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2.
And then it's my turn.
Yep.
One wolf.
4 fox.
Boom.
End of round. End of movement round. The tortoise moves 1. Wait. The tortoise didn't move last round when the hare moved, right?
But there was a
There was a
wolf.
wolf.
No.
No, there wasn't, because the
No, there
hare
was
moved 2.
the last round was hare.
We screwed
only.
up.
yeah,
Tortoise
yeah.
needs to move 1 more from
Right.
last round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then the wolf moves 1. And the fox moves 4.
Yeah, we totally lost that one.
We got excited.
Yeah. Well, it was done.
Well, because
Boom.
right, but it's it's
You have to think
only
about it,
if
but
there's
yeah.
a howl is only
Yeah.
one gonna move, right? Or a 4 tortoises is only one animal gonna move.
And I get to finally draw 4
Okay.
cards.
And it's your turn next.
Yes. Come on, 4 cards.
I hope they're all terrible for you.
They better be.
I'm gonna squeeze them slow, poker style.
Ah,
No, no, no. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. These are terrible.
Nice.
These are totally,
can you move those closer to your body, sir?
totally
Me?
terrible.
Dave.
He's gonna
Dave.
cheat.
No, he's just giving
He's
her
like,
information. Look at my hand.
Look at my hand.
These are totally terrible. I will play 2 hare cards, I guess.
Wolf.
2 lamb.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Two fox.
6, 7. Oh, all right.
Oh, that's bad, but that's good.
But
You're
it's
gonna
bad.
Finish it up.
Well, no, this is gonna win.
I know.
Yeah.
All right.
8.
Hare
Nothing to stop.
moves 2.
Yep,
Tortoise moves 1 as always.
correct.
Well, not necessarily.
Wolf
as
moves
always.
1.
Correct.
Fox moves 2.
And wins.
Crosses the finish line
Wow.
first, and then lamb moves a bunch, but is in second place. Yes?
Correct.
All right.
And Nikki is a start player.
And so now those cards are playable, but don't do anything
Correct.
Right.
except fill up the display.
Right. Well then, boo everybody. There's 2.
3, 4 tortoise.
The tortoise moves 2.
It's done.
And that is the end of the race.
Yay.
All right, so we will now score with the infamous wolf pen. Lincoln, what did you bet on?
The hare and the lamb. So only the lamb came in, and he was second.
So that is 3 points.
Yep.
Aaron.
The fox and the wolf, so 5 points for the fox being first.
Yes. I bet on the fox and the lamb for 8 points. It won't happen next
Get
race.
him. Get him.
Or will it?
Yeah.
And Nikki.
Get 'em. The wolf and the tortoise.
0.
No,
No,
she's got.
tortoise
Oh,
came
tortoise
in.
second.
I got
Good.
2
It's 2.
points. Woo!
Hey, that's
All
better. Than,
right.
That's better than not.
Wait,
nothing.
don't. Oh, yeah.
That
Go
one
ahead
doesn't
and
go, yeah.
here, mix that one in. Shuffle those up. Thank you.
And then after we get this bet, we're now just going to use the cards in our hand?
You're gonna get
To-
7 again.
Oh, so I don't keep my hand?
No.
He liked his hand.
No, I didn't actually.
No, technically, we've played the game, technically.
Right.
So the rules basically say play to the game like the end, but the suggested variant is to play 3 times. Although I guess you can play as
For
many times as you
grown-ups?
want.
I guess you could.
Okay, so because there are gamers out there that will wonder, we did not rejigger the track and set up a new track. But you can. It's certainly, you can do it. There's a reason to if you want to make the lamb.
Well, and they are flip. You know, they do have. You can do bit more layouts because
Right,
of
the rivers
nature
are
of the-
rivers on both sides and straights.
So there's always going to be 2 rivers.
But every curve on one side is a straight in the other, and a straight is a curve on the other. I mean, ultimately, you're just making a progression.
Right.
So, what to do?
So the river's the only thing that really matters where it is, right? I mean, there's no
For purposes
no-
of the lamb, yes.
there's no control rolls in the curve or
Let's try that.
minimum speed in the straightaway.
3 foxes.
Ooh.
3 foxes. 2 wolf.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 lamb.
And there's your 8.
All right, so only the wolf moves,
Yep.
and the wolf moves 1.
Yep.
Well, there you go. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Phew.
2 hare.
1 wolf.
2 more hare.
Nope.
Done.
Okie doke. So the hare is not in first place, so he moves 2. The turtle moves 1, and the wolf moves 1.
Yep.
And now the hare is in first place.
And it's your turn to start.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it is my turn to start. Simpson let's play 2 turtle.
And Nikki
Yes.
will
Three
play a
tortoise.
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 Back in my day, we called it a terrapin.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm Abraham Lincoln. I'll play a lamb.
5.
I got 6 cards and no pair. That's how bad my hand is.
You're an au pair?
And a wolf. The hell.
Doesn't count if you don't make the sound.
Ow! 6 animals.
6
Yeah.
cards, 3 turtles.
No waiting.
Blah. 6,
Yep.
There are 6.
All right.
7, 8.
Dumping some land.
The wolf moves 1, and that's it.
And everyone else is scared.
Ow. And Nikki, you are the start player.
Yeah.
That's the sound of someone who has a handful of cards they don't like.
2 hare.
Fox. Oh, there we go.
2 lamb.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The wolf.
Seven, 8.
All right. The hare moves 2.
That was
That's
only
the
one.
same space.
That was only 1.
1, 2, thank you. The turtle moves 1. The wolf moves 1. The fox moves 4.
You.
3. Oh, it's +1? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's 3.
There's-
You were right.
oh, yeah,
I
there's
thought there
3.
was 4 out there.
There's 3.
And the lamb moves 3. Perfect.
Pass the stopwatch.
Pass the duchy.
Nikki
thought-
passed the stopwatch.
There you go.
Sorry, sirs.
I thought there was 4.
I did too, sort of.
3 tortoise.
Ooh.
4.
All right.
So it moves 2.
Tortoise moves a 2. End of round. And Aaron, you are the start player.
Wow.
1 tortoise.
3 rabbits.
2 tortoise.
6 cards out there.
Oh, goodness. Oh.
Oh,
Only the
nice,
wolf. That's
nice
8.
kill.
Wolf moves 1.
Wolf moves 1.
This game is harsh.
I know.
No.
It's awesome. Huh. 1 wolf.
It was a heavy card to lift.
Yeah. I know. 3 lambs. Lambies.
1 fox.
4th lamb.
Okay. So the tortoise moves 1. The wolf moves 1. The fox moves 1. And the lamb moves 5.
Well,
But it can only move 4 to the
That's
street. Still, it is
wide
locked,
open
but it's not.
now. Nikki.
Yeah. 3.
Ooh, hugger.
1 fox.
Two fox total.
For 5 cards.
Correct.
Just telling Dave this is
6 with the tortoise.
count. The tortoise.
Shuffle these up.
Ugh. A fox.
7. Hang
8 with the lamb.
on. All right. Nikki needs.
I need a cow.
Hare does
As
not,
do I.
Hare does not move.
The tortoise
Tortoise
moves
moves
1.
1. Wolf moves 2 for 3 minus 1.
Yep.
Fox moves straight up 3.
Yep. And the lamb moves 2.
Moves 2. They're spreading out.
Not land.
I know, they were all
man.
clumped together
Yeah.
at one
Thank
point.
you.
I thought, okay.
And then Lincoln starts the next round.
Yep.
Past the thing.
4 rabbits.
Oh.
Rabbit moves 2. Tortoise
Tortoise
moves
moves
1. Aaron, you are the start player.
Ugh.
How exciting.
1 rabbit.
One more. And I draw 1.
A rabbit.
Two rabbits.
Okay.
4, right?
Rabbit moves 2. The tortoise moves 1. And the wolf moves 1.
Interesting.
Neck and neck.
Interesting.
Oh, boo! Boo! This blows. Ah! I don't want to play any of these.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, I hope the fox wins. Draw 1.
2 tortoise.
2 tortoise.
Okay. The tortoise moves 2. And the fox moves 1. And Nikki, you are the start
starts.
player.
I am the start player.
Starting player.
I'm starting.
All right, Nikki.
A tortoise. Yes?
Lincoln knocks for 3.
Yeah, seriously, it's all bad. Well, I'm not doing anything in this round.
Oh!
Oh,
Yay! I mean,
I think
what?
Tortoise has some fans.
I mean, what? I'm not happy about that.
so that's the only one that moves and
Yep.
he wins.
And Lincoln is the new start player.
I need a card. Lamb.
4 rabbits.
woo!
So the rabbit moves 2. And the fox moves 1. And the lamb moves 2.
2.
Wow.
2, 3, 4. I was trying to save those for when the rabbit was ahead, but no one seemed to be interested in that.
2 tortoise.
Oh, punt.
Yes.
Ow!
Oh. There's 35.
There we go. That moves.
No, it doesn't.
No, he doesn't. He howled.
No, but there's 8 cards and the wolf
Yeah.
hasn't finished.
Correct. The wolf moves 2. 1, 2.
That's all I'm saying. Although now it's Dave's turn.
Right, but other stuff moves before that. I will, however, play 1 wolf. Because I got it.
Boo. There. Take that. 4.
And the lamb wolf's going to cross first, though.
Yep.
Oh.
And then lamb's the only other one that moves.
Yep. I, of course, have the tortoise and the wolf.
First and second.
I have
I
first
have-
and third.
Hair.
Third.
All right.
First.
Lincoln lamb for 2. Aaron,
8, 7.
first and third?
First and third.
7 for 12. I had first and second again for 16.
I have 5.
5
Just
for
first.
First for 7. You were
What's
the
the
start
heat?
player.
What's the heat?
The score is 16, 12, 7, 5. Bake 'em away, toys.
You give a 7 to
Yes.
place 1 extra.
No, it's not good when you don't have very many in the beginning.
No.
Yeah.
Or a lot of the different cards.
Yep.
That's what it is.
When you have like 2 choices
Well,
to
I had
bet
the
on.
fox. I think I got, and then I bet the lamb, which I didn't want to do, but at least I did, or I wouldn't have gotten anything probably.
Huh. Let's try this.
Do what Aaron said, yeah, underneath, so you don't pick it up.
Yeah, because it's easy to. I don't know what I'm gonna bet on here. Let's try this.
All right, Nikki.
Yeah.
You are the start player.
All right.
Wait,
He's
I'm
got
changing it.
Stupid howls.
Ow.
No, wait, I'm changing it. Okay.
Are you set?
I'm ready.
Are you all right?
All right. It's
Okay.
locked in.
He's got 3 bets.
Hare. Just one.
Oh wait, I want to change.
Ah. 2 lambs.
Lamb.
Mindless lamb.
1 tortoise.
I've already forgotten what I bet on.
I know. I
Okay.
I had to look 4
3,
times.
4. Wolf for 5.
Is he howling?
No.
Nope.
I don't want it.
Well, you can tell whether he's howling. It's not on the card.
6.
That was a lamb, by the way.
I think at this point we know.
I don't know.
7, 8.
7, 8. All right. The hare moves 2. 1, 2. The tortoise moves 1. The cow says
1. That was 2. The tortoise moves 1.
Jeez, Dave.
No wonder he's
Gotta
winning.
please.
All right.
No, I know.
It was in the wrong.
The wolf moves 1. No, you just moved it twice when we said
Fox doesn't move, and the lamb goes
all the way
4,
to
but
the
stops here and drinks some water. And Lincoln is a start player.
2 for the fox.
I don't even remember.
2
You
for
guys
the
are
fox.
right. I don't.
It's hard to remember at this point.
By the third
why I had
round,
to
I'm
look.
like, what?
That's why I had to look.
for the fox.
Look at that. 1 for the hare.
4 for the fox.
All right. Hare moves 2.
Tortoise moves
Tortoise
1.
moves 1. Fox moves 4.
Woo.
End of round. Aaron is the start player.
Okay, good. Rather not be leading.
2
Good
hares.
stuff.
And a wolf.
A wolf. Four. Tortoise.
What the who? All right, the hare moves 2.
Nope, he's in first place.
No,
Oh, it's only if he's
only
got
if there's 4 cards
1,
played.
2.
The tortoise moves 2. This time that is correct.
Yep.
And the wolf moves 1. And I am the star player. Did I mention yuck?
Gotta play 1 to 4 cards.
I'll play 1 card with a tortoise on it.
2 fox.
4 wolves.
All right. The wolf moves 3. Except the hare
Tortoise-
doesn't move. The tortoise moves,
tortoise
1.
moves 1.
Then the wolf moves 3. And the fox moves 2. And the start token baskets.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, dude.
I know,
I
it's-
keep looking.
It's actually really
ridiculous.
hard the 3rd time.
2 lamb.
2 lamb that bleed.
2 tortoise.
That joke's never going to get old.
Is it?
No.
Is it
it's
not?
Gonna,
Or
it's
is
going
it?
to get old very quickly.
Oh, okay. I thought it might. Let's put a wolf howl out there. Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 cards.
6, 7, 8.
Only the wolf moves 1.
1, 2, 3.
You are first.
Tortoise.
Hare.
Zig. A wolf.
Again, those cards are heavy, man.
You got to wish on them.
Ah.
It won't change, regardless of whether you wish on it or
A
not.
hare.
You don't know that.
A lamb.
A wolf for 6.
7.
All right. 8.
Hey, everybody moves.
Wow, fun.
Hare
But
moves.
he doesn't.
Yes,
He's
only when he plays
eight.
It's
four.
only if he has
when
4
four
Only when
cards.
he's 4 does he get
played.
overconfident.
Hare moves 2.
2.
Tortoise moves
Tortoise
1. Wolf moves 2.
Fox moves
And
1.
the lamb moves 2.
Did you shuffle these?
I know,
I
right?
did.
Yeah.
Start taker. Start
Start taker? Am I the start taker?
The
Taker?
start token.
Should I take the
moves.
taking token?
Take the taking token, Aaron.
1 tortoise.
1 hare. Because that's the name of the game.
None.
Pass.
1 tortoise.
Retire from the racing business. 4 hares. So the hare
Hare
does not move,
and the tortoise moves 1.
And that's it.
Nice.
All right, come on, here we go.
This is hare we go. There's a hare. You said it.
This is horrible. I want all new cards.
Just change your bet when no one's looking.
Yeah. I think I should.
I've done that twice now.
Yeah.
No wonder.
Tortoise.
Tortoise.
4 lambs.
4?
4 lambs.
Nice. Hare moves 2. Tortoise moves 1. Lamb moves 5.
But he stops at 2.
Glug, 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 glug,
He's
glug.
so thirsty.
All right, so we pass the start player token and Nikki starts.
All right. I don't like this one bit.
I've been saying that for several turns in a row.
This is horrible. Horrible.
It's not as horrible as
It's not as bad as mine.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry right now.
Okay.
There's 2 tortoise.
3.
4 tortoises.
Is that yours? I don't know.
Yeah.
Tortoise moves 2. And Lincoln is the new start player.
Not getting what I want.
Well, there you go. Maybe you wanted those. 4.
Fox moves 4. And the tortoise moves 1.
1, 2, 3.
Technically, the tortoise moves 1
Correct.
first.
He does move 1 first.
All right, Aaron.
Oh, I start now?
Yep.
What do I want to play?
I don't know. Depends on what you want to move.
Oh.
Oof. Okay. Ziga? Ziga. 1, 2. Here's your chance, Nikki, to dump cards.
Will he have the effect on himself? Right?
No, he's
No,
still
he
gonna-
will
He's
always
the only
move.
one that moves.
So you don't want to play those if you don't want the wolf.
That's what I'm asking.
But he only moves 3 and he doesn't win the race.
But if you play another wolf
I'm
card,
gonna do that.
okay.
How's that?
If you played another wolf card, it doesn't add to wolf movement. It gives it closer, but it doesn't add to it.
Sure, it adds to it.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, you mean another howl?
1 to 2 wolves is still only 1 space, is what I'm saying.
You got what you had, Drew, there?
Yeah.
You can only do 2.
All right.
Done.
So the wolf moves 1. Nobody else moves,
Dave starts.
and I am the new start player. Let's try that again. Ow. Look at that. I'm giving you a chance to get cards out of your hand.
Exactly.
No, you're not.
Yeah, all those crappy cards you don't want to play, now's the time.
No. There.
2 for a total of 3 hare and 5
2,
cards.
5 cards, 6, 7, 8. The wolf
Wolf
moves
moves
1. And here you go, Nikki P.
Thanks.
It's all you.
Great.
Show us what you
There's
got.
a fox.
Hey! Tarantara, Tarantara.
Tortoise.
2 lamb. Wait. No, well, I drew my cards.
What are we at here?
5.
5 cards.
I want to pass. Can
Okay.
I pass?
Yes.
may not.
You're allowed to pass once per game.
This
By
is
the way, that's not true.
horrible.
Well, here's the deal.
Okay.
If
What do we got? 3,
5.
4, 5.
six, 7, 8. Perfect.
All right.
So the hare moves 2,
And wins, right?
Correct.
He's moving first.
then the tortoise.
Moves 1 and is second.
The wolf moves 1,
For third.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, shoot.
and the fox,
Fox
comes
moves
in.
Yeah,
in
that's
for third.
And
then-
technically the lamb moves 4.
So close.
So
Sorry,
close.
Can I get more
Wolf
wolf
cards.
Things that you
cards
didn't
in
wanna
my
move?
hand?
Yeah, that sucks because that's the one thing you
It was
can't get rid of on the
horrible.
Right, you can never
card.
dump it, right?
Yeah.
The only way you do it is when it's in last. If
Well,
you
but
really
remember,
want to.
2
or like
wolf
if-
cards only moves in 1. So
Right.
you can dump a second
As long as
wolf
he's at the
card.
back of the pack.
And his
is what I'm
max
saying.
is 3. She probably could have.
Right.
She could have at least
All right,
stopped. him
Lincoln,
from
what did you
five.
bet on?
The tortoise and the lamb.
So he got
3.
3,
and
Aaron.
wolf and lamb, or wolf and tortoise. So I also got 3.
3. I have wolf and hare, so I just 5 for start, and
Fox.
Fox and lamb.
Wow.
2.
Yeah.
all right. So 21.
No, Nikki got
15.
Nikki got 2 points just now.
Oh, she did. I apologize.
Yeah.
I
Didn't you
apologize.
write 2? I thought
Don't
you wrote 2.
you racists don't know the difference between a wolf and a fox?
It's the
Are we
wolf
racist? I
pen.
think we're racist.
It's the
Yes.
wolf. It's the
They're not
wolf
racist.
pen.
I
They're
know.
species.
Okay, species.
Species.
They're all canis.
21,
Genus.
15, 9, 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's no fun
So-
being on your own.
No, it's really not.
No, it's terrible.
How many players does this game go to?
How many
Up to
times were you
5.
on your
So if you
own?
have 5
Every
players,
time?
You have at least 1 card of everything in
then
there.
you know everything is bet on in
Right.
a 5-player game.
Right. So yeah, no matter what your second card.
That's
my
you're
first
the you're the one of us at this table that has not played
One
this,
of us. One
that
of
has
us.
not played the game before. So, what did you like about it? Okay, Nikki.
Yeah.
No, actually, I like it. I just don't have a good answer ready.
Okay. We'll come back to you then.
All right.
I'll say some wonderful things that'll spark your little brain.
No, you
going.
always get to go first.
I know.
I started with you.
Well, I think it's a fun game.
Yes.
I do like that I like that you're stuck with one, which is painful.
No, you don't like that. Why do you? Why
I do.
you say
I do
that?
like it because I like that we're not. I mean, I could double up on it if
Right.
I wanted to, but I was never.
None of us
terribly
ever did
happy.
that, right?
Yeah, I thought about that.
I thought about it for a moment, but Scott told us that this was won all the time, right? And I was like, should I bet on it?
I was
you know,
worried
like
about
when I
that.
got it again, I was like, it wouldn't have made a difference. It would have only brought me to 15 if I had.
Why would you double up on something?
Because you
get 10 points.
You get 10
Yeah, if you
points.
doubled up on the hare. Because if you get second and third, that's 5 points. But if
Yeah.
you double up on second, that's 6 points. I mean, if you care about points.
Yeah.
If you're truly
It just seems like you're putting all your eggs in one basket.
yeah, of
That's
course,
a little
that is.
scary.
right.
It's the nature of the game.
And here's another reason why it's scary, which is if this is my first card, I know no one else has this card, right? My first card is randomly decided by this deck.
Right.
And if I get the wolf, that means you guys don't have wolf right now.
Absolutely.
Right.
So if I double up on wolf, it's very possible none of you have wolf. Whereas if I pick any other animal, I have a decent chance, I'm not going to do the math, but of getting, well, I guess it's 3 out of 4. I have a 3 out of 4 shot, or it's probably not, but
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah,
of
and so-
matching at least one bet that I know someone else has, right? Unless it's, yeah.
That's
unless
why
it's
I
the
asked
one
how many players can play, because in a 5-player game, it changes those odds. You know that all the animals are
Yeah, but I bet there's
are
a
at least
lot less
being
control with
boosted
5.
by one
Right.
person.
Well, yeah,
But
because you might not even play for a round.
But it's impossible to go on your own with 5 players. You know that somebody else has,
Right.
unless you double up your initial card. You know that all the animals have a booster. They have somebody rooting for them in a 5-player game.
There was at least one time every round. I don't mean like a round, but like once per race. There was at least once per race where I never played cards for a round, right? Because
Oh, yeah.
someone played 4, someone played thing, and
Yeah, absolutely.
I can imagine that in a 5-player game that might be
Even more.
worse. I'm putting that in quotes because it might not matter. The game is light enough, and again, in a 5-player game, maybe you play 1 race and you're done. You don't have to play 3 races. And we did it rejigger the board.
I love the thematic
Yes.
aspect of the card,
yeah.
what the animals do based on card play and where they're at in the race. It's awesome.
Yeah, like for example, you think you could just bet on the tortoise every time because it's always going to move. Except it's
Did
not.
he come into the? Did he win every time? Come in place every time?
2 out of 3, I think.
Okay.
I love that I don't remember. We played 3 games of this. They didn't take very long.
I only remember.
I can't remember.
I only remember
what one.
because I also bet on him the second race, and I think he was second.
He
or
did
third.
come in the last race.
I think the
I think I
lamb
had him the
one
last.
twice.
I think I bet on him the last time, and I that was probably the only thing that.
I think there was actually a pretty good mix. I think
Yeah.
we actually had all the animals come in once or twice, and
Yeah.
no one dominate like every race.
I had also heard, like you had, that the lamb was a fairly dominant animal. And I was dealt the lamb the first time, but I specifically for the second and third race decided to not choose the lamb just to see if I could play my cards in such a way so that, and we had played, I had only played once before with you guys as a 3-player game, but in a 4-player game, the wolf howls come out more. In our 3-player game, those didn't come out as often. And the wolf howls were huge in getting rid of bad
Yeah.
cards from my hand.
Because we, in at least this 4-player game, we went through the entire deck every race and reshuffled before the end of the race.
Right.
So there's 3 wolf howls that are either going to come out every race or be hoarded by somebody.
Right.
So you have at least a decent chance of that happening 2 or 3 times.
I guess the only way you make that work is you just, if you're trying to control that, you
Right.
just dump all 3, as many as you
Ooh,
have at
that'd
once.
be pretty wicked to dump
Yeah.
2 or 3 at once. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, like 2 wolf howls? As
yeah.
Yeah.
Just to
get
take
rid of
their
them?
power
Yeah.
away.
Oh, that'd be cool. I would agree with you, actually. I was, as I said, I hadn't played the game enough to know if there was one. I mean, in theory, right, if the game is designed properly, which I have no reason to doubt that it isn't, the animals should, in theory, be balanced. I think
Right.
it
Well,
would
look
not.
at how it came out.
It would not
Pretty
surprise.
balanced, isn't it?
What?
I mean, look how it came out.
Oh yeah, right. And in fact, the hare only came in the last.
I think maybe only the last race.
Did it come in the? It didn't come in race 1, I don't
I
think.
don't think so.
It's so sad. It wasn't that long ago.
I know, but there's so much betting and rooting that it's
Yeah, you
hard to
lose
remember
track of
20
what you
minutes
were.
ago.
All I remember
when
is that the
started
first
with.
race.
I think I had a lamb the first race too. Again.
Yeah.
I think I had a lamb every race.
The second race I was given, I believe, the hare, and I chose the tortoise.
Right.
So, and only one of mine came in, and I think it was the hare.
No, I think it was the tortoise because
Was
all
it?
3 of us had the tortoise the
Oh, okay.
second race.
Yeah.
we all played tortoise
That
several
was
times
one of those
in
things
a row.
where that was going to happen.
It wasn't me. I don't think I chose tortoise, unless it was forced upon me.
Maybe you were 4, but I knew me and Nikki were both going
Yeah.
to tortoise
Yeah.
in the second race.
I think I was fox and lamb on that race. Maybe.
Yeah, it would not surprise me if the wolf howl was.
I like it though.
Yeah, was added.
love it
Was
thematically.
added,
Oh, you
in,
have to.
was added in the process.
Too, right.
Specifically to counterbalance some of the other stuff.
Well, he doesn't seem to get. It's weird, and it was in some of the. And I think maybe it's just because he wasn't in the race. Like from my memory, I've only played it probably 7 rounds or 8 rounds of this game, but he doesn't get a lot of love unless people are betting on him. I think, right?
Right. The wolf.
Yeah, because it ended up being an interrupt, right? His wolf howl was only used as an interrupt to,
right.
to stop
To screw
slow
other
other
things.
things down.
But
right?
there's
which it still
16
is, but I mean, it was definitely being used in that manner because
course.
we only had 3 of us the last time I played, and then 4 of us the time before, I think.
But there's 16 wolf cards in the deck. I mean,
Yeah.
they got to come out at
Yeah.
some point.
Right, and the wolf doesn't necessarily move too fast or too slow.
Right.
Right. As I said, 1 or 2 cards, like that play where you played 2 wolves near the end and basically let Lincoln decide what happened. I thought that was a really smart move because you don't want the wolf to move, but 2 cards only moves in 1.
Yeah.
And he was here.
Yeah.
Now, if Lincoln wants the wolf to win, then you're giving
Right.
Lincoln a chance to win. But if you've been just sort of half watching Lincoln play cards earlier in the race, you could tell that he didn't want the wolf to win.
Right, right,
So it was a great move in that part because you know Lincoln's not going to do that, and it gets 2 cards out of your hand.
right. Well,
Just like when you played the wolf howl by itself,
Like I said,
it was clear in my mind that you didn't have more wolf cards in your hand
right.
because you would have played more than 1 if you'd had them. And so even though I had a wolf card in my hand, I thought, well, Aaron doesn't have any more. I don't want to waste this card. These guys aren't going to play wolves.
And I didn't particularly like giving you guys basically the opportunity to slough off your trash and just throw cards out there
Right.
that you didn't want to move. But like I said, I was hoarding the lamb cards. That every other card in my hand was a lamb at that point.
Well, and in a weird way,
which I think worked a little bit because he didn't come in.
if you play a wolf and I play a single card and Nikki plays a single card and Lincoln plays a single card, it's unlikely, but then you can get rid of those lambs.
True, it's unlikely, but it could happen. I was waiting for that to happen.
I agree with you though, Link. The thematic part of it, the other thing I think is actually very clever in the game is that animals move in this order.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have to.
So
have that.
the two bottom animals that can move the fastest, but also cross the finish line after everybody
Potentially,
else.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the rabbit, I love that it's. I don't know. All the thematic stuff is all really fun.
Yeah.
I love that that they figured out a great way for each one to have character.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And I love the wolf howl. I think it's great. It's
I
tough, but I love it regardless. And I do love this. I love that you're forced to have one that somebody else will not have because it's dealt from a hand of 5 cards.
Right.
Then you could bundle up with people potentially on the other ones. I just like that you're not deciding both cards. It sucks.
Right.
Yeah.
For me, it didn't quite work out, but I still
Right.
love that. I love that you can hope to get in. It starts out, like I said in the beginning of that last round, it's rough when you don't have a lot of different cards. I mean, you don't have a bunch of one type of card, because that's where you can make that animal. I think when we played with you, I didn't have a lot of some animal, and I'm like, oh, screw it, I'm going to go for it and see. And it worked out in that
Right.
case. But I figured everybody else had the card.
Right.
That was why I bet that,
But some of it also is you cycle through so many cards for a race. Even starting out with, if I started with 4 foxes in my hand, that still doesn't guarantee the fox is going to cross.
Right.
It gives me at least a move every turn if I only play one. If I play them one at a time, then it gives me a move. But if I don't draw more of them, then it doesn't make any difference. It's very similar, I think, to the Bucket King, or whatever what was the German name for that game that I can't remember now.
I don't
But
remember.
but in the Bucket King,
I have the German
in
name.
the
Alice
Bucket-
in Eimer?
Yeah, Alice in Eimer. In the Bucket King, right? You start with a hand of I think 12 cards, and you set up your 5 different color buckets, and you're like, oh, if you put your weakest color buckets on the top, and you put the ones you feel the strongest somewhere near the bottom. But the truth of the matter is, by mid-game, you've probably used all the cards you started with.
Yeah.
And so your strongest colors under the bottom may not be your strongest colors anymore if you don't draw them.
Right.
I mean, you have a sense of where you're going with your hand.
Right,
correct.
And that's what I like about this game is your starting hand gives you a sense of where you're going. But ultimately, halfway through, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, oh no, I know.
Yeah.
Well, again, one of them is one that you don't have any control over, and additionally, you may not have cards for that one, right? So you're hoping that it'll work out. In this case, I think I did have the lamb, and he had, as he said, 4 of them, and it was like, well, this is going nowhere.
Right.
But it did.
Right.
It's pretty funny. It came close. Had she not played 2 cards, I was going to play. I actually had lamb cards that round, so I was
But
going
it
to
still
play. It was
moved
going to be
last was the
4.
problem.
It didn't. It was going
Yeah.
to move 4 cards. I don't know if it went over whatever round. I don't know if it moved this last round.
I think it only moved this last round from here. I think it moved
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
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 It was out of luck.
Yeah, that's right. It would have been 5 had I been able to play mine.
But it wouldn't have mattered on that last one.
Maybe it might have rejiggered. It depended on what she played,
Sure.
right? Had she played one less of one of these that didn't go in, then that would have gone in. As a matter of fact, it was going to go in based on what the card outlay was before she played. He would have been 3rd, which would have been great for me. I would have had at least 2nd or 3rd.
So there also is a kids version of this game, if you can believe it. This is already kind of a nice family game. But for the kids version of the game, you use 13 cards of each animal. You throw out the wolf howls. Mm-hmm. Everybody gets 1 starting bet determined randomly, and that's all you get, is just that bet. You place these turbo tokens on the board. They're +2 for every animal. You do them randomly on every other space starting from 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And when that animal lands on that, if an animal ends its turn on that space, it moves an extra 2. If it goes over it, then nothing happens.
It
But if
never uses it.
Yeah, if it lands on that space, it goes 2. And the way the game is played, you ignore this. As far as movement rules go, animals still go in that order, so the hare still moves first. But all animals move 1 space per card played, and the racing round is still triggered the same way when they're either 8 cards or 4 of a kind. But everything just moves 1 per card. Neat. And there's only 13 cards, and you don't get to choose a bet. So
that's a pretty simple kids version of
Yeah.
the game where you don't have to worry about thinking about a bet. This is who you have. Every kid's got someone different. Mm-hmm. You know, you have you have these little goals to sort of shoot for, right?
Or jump the other ones over that you don't want to land on.
Right. And I
That's an
don't.
interesting.
Well, yeah, you gotta
Right, or jump over it.
Yeah.
Right, so that someone can't get the two. I don't remember if the lambs stop at the river still, but my guess is they don't.
They don't.
No, they would
Right,
always
no,
everything
because
was
that's
right.
part of
Yeah.
this rule.
Yeah.
So
So that's the kids' version of the game, which is, you know, not a bad little variant to get rid of. That has just, this is what adds like just enough
Just
strategy,
enough,
so there's something for the game and not
Right.
too much over crazy thinking. Anyway,
Cool.
okay.
that is The Hare and the Tortoise.
Thanks for teaching,
Ta-da.
Dave.
You are welcome.